Hi friends, welcome to Good Grief. I am your host, Addie Borden, and I could not be more excited to share this space with you, to start this journey with you all, to maybe be a small part of your journey. So, let's get started. I am 18 years old, but grief has already been such a big part of my life journey. My mom, Angel Borden, passed away from brain cancer 3 years ago when I was 15 years old. And in those 3 years, I've been through every part of grief that you could ever really think of. Through that time, God has slowly started to build my heart behind this podcast. Although the podcast part of it has only been recently kind of in my mind, the heart behind it has been a part of me since my mom died. I just recently posted Good Grief on Instagram and announced that it was coming. And in my announcement post, I talked about how when my mom died, I made a promise to myself that I would find a purpose through my pain. I would not let it go to waste. I would make it worth it, the pain that God has allowed. And so through that, I have found a purpose in helping others through their grief. When we went through our grieving journey, we did a lot of it alone, to be honest with you. Not necessarily we didn't have friends and family around us there to help us. That's not what I'm saying. We did not have a big group of people or a big community of people that understood what we were going through, that we could talk about the crazy thoughts and the crazy feelings that we were having and could feel understood, could feel seen, could feel heard. So God put this desire in my heart to help others have what we didn't have, help others feel seen, help others feel heard and understood. Through those 3 years, God has given me a verse for this desire in my heart, and I just want to read it to y'all. It's 2 Corinthians 1:4. Who comforteth us in all our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble, by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of God. That verse is my heart. That verse has stuck with me for years, and I have wanted some type of avenue, some type of platform to help others through the comfort that we have been given by God. Because I believe that God puts you through things and allows pain in your life, not just to teach you the hard lessons, but so that you will be able to give others the comfort that God gave you. That is the heart behind Good Grief. So why did I choose the name Good Grief? This is kind of a funny story, actually. I'm going to be real and honest with you because that's what Good Grief is all about. When the podcast idea came about, me and my sister actually asked ChatGPT to give us some name ideas. I know, such a Gen Z thing. But through all of the name ideas that they gave us, Good Grief was the first one that really just stuck out to us. The reason that it stuck out in my mind was because of how ironic it was that somebody would describe grief as good. Because to be honest with you, that is an adjective that I've never used when describing grief to someone. 3 years ago, 2 years ago, probably not even a year ago, would I have described grief as good. But as I thought about it more, I've realized that although grief itself, there is nothing good about it. There is absolutely nothing good about it. But at the same time, I've come to understand that you can find the good in grief. That is the reason I chose Good Grief. I think it's really important to find the beautiful parts of life that you still have, even through tragedy, even through devastation, through heartbreak. So one of my favorite Christian authors is Lysa TerKeurst. Her books have absolutely changed my life. And I'm a part of a broadcast channel that she has on Instagram where she just sends out encouraging messages, Bible verses, prayers. And the day after I announced Good Grief on Instagram, she actually sent out a quote that really described what I meant behind Good Grief. And I want to read it to y'all because I just thought how coincidental. She said, "Part of learning to see the beautiful parts of life again is recognizing that a hard season doesn't have to be full of only hard days. There's still beauty to be found in the mix of it all. There's still joy to be found in the midst of it all. There's still peace to be found in the middle of it all. And there are still so many reasons to treasure life and thank God. And I just thought how beautiful of a way that was to describe finding the good even in grief. And that is truly what I want to convey through this journey, through this space, that there's nothing good about grief. There's nothing easy about grief. There are so many hard days in grief, but you can make the choice to choose to find the good in grief. With that in mind, my first mission with Good Grief is, like I said, to help the other grievers, to help them feel understood, to help them know that they aren't crazy, because truly there were days where I had crazy feelings, crazy thoughts, and I was like, I am insane. I am the only person that feels this way. I'm the only person going through this, which just wasn't true. Just people don't talk about it openly. There could be a million different reasons why people don't talk about it openly, but it's truly the most isolating feeling to go through grief and not have anyone who understands you. That's my first mission for the grievers. My second mission is actually something else that's been part of my heart in this journey, is to help the friends and the family members of those that are grieving. And that is something that me and my dad have actually talked a lot about, because people can say things and do things that you just don't want nor need them to say or do in different circumstances through your grief journey. And one of the reasons I'm starting this is to help those friends and those family members have a greater understanding. You will never fully understand what grief is like until you go through it yourself. But to help those that you love who are hurting and who are going through the thick of it, there is ways to help them. I want to equip you with the understanding, with the right things to say, with the wrong things to say. That is my second mission. So with all of that being said, we will be digging into much more detailed grief and different aspects, the anxiety, the depression, the therapy, the dark humor, literally everything you can think of when it comes to grief. I'm so excited. Like, I cannot even convey how excited I am about this. So before we go, let's talk about when you can expect to see Good Grief. This is my debut episode, which will be posted on Mother's Day, which I just thought was so fitting. And then my first official episode will be posted on May 23rd. And then you can expect to see new episodes every other Friday. We will have so many fun guests coming on. I'm so excited to share those episodes with you. Leave your guest recommendations down below in the comments. Also, any other topics you want to hear about or have discussed, I would love to hear your perspective on everything. Also, if you could hit that subscribe button, that would really help me out. Go follow our Instagram account, good.griefguide. We post so many behind the scenes content and relatable stuff, dark humor also mixed with some maybe serious content over there. So thanks for joining us for this debut episode, and welcome to Good Grief, when good meets grief head on.